right now, a live look at the White House as the fight for the Oval Office continues. Tonight, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is the latest Democrat to rally behind Vice President Kamala Harris. And VP Harris is pulling in record-breaking numbers for her campaign. In just her first 24 hours, more than $81 million has already been donated to the campaign.
And now that President Biden has endorsed Harris, the question is, what's next? Party leaders will try to convince delegates to rally around one candidate. The Democratic Party has planned a pre-convention virtual roll call vote to officially nominate Harris, but it could be delayed or even canceled. If there is no vote, the decision will be made at the Democratic National Convention. If there is a vote and no majority, the decision will be made at the DNC. If there is a vote and it is a majority, the nominee will be chosen before the DNC. And lastly, if there is no nominee chosen before the convention, the Democrats would have their first open and contested convention since 1968. Tonight, Georgia's Senators Reverend Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff are throwing their support behind Vice President Harris as she works to earn the Democratic nomination for president. And their support is coming less than one day after President Biden announced that he would be withdrawing from the presidential race. 11 Alive's Karis Belger live in Midtown tonight. So, Karis, did either candidate or either lawmaker indicate if they've spoken with Harris or Biden?
Well, Senator Warnock said he personally extended his support to Vice President Harris over the phone, and Senator Ossoff gave his support publicly today during a press conference. But he also mentioned that he had a private conversation with President Biden after his decision to step down from the top of the ticket became public.
My bet is on the prosecutor.
Senator Raphael Warnock threw his support behind Vice President Kamala Harris Monday during an event in Savannah.
Here is somebody who has broken many glass ceilings. She is a very able prosecutor. She is used to making the case against criminals. And it'll be interesting to see her prosecute that case over the next 4 months.
Warnock joined other Georgia Democrats supporting Harris. He first released a statement in the hours following President Biden's announcement that he would not seek his party's nomination and would instead be supporting his vice president. The letter saying in part, "I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term." Warnock was not the only Georgia senator speaking out.
I spoke with the president last night and conveyed my gratitude for all that he's done for the state of Georgia. And I am ready to work to ensure the vice president is successful in November.
Surrounded by members of the Georgia legislature, Senator Jon Ossoff expressed his support for Harris in Atlanta during a tour of Atlanta Technical College.
Let's talk about the record that the vice president has to run on. We are removing lead pipes from drinking water systems across Georgia. We're expanding broadband internet in rural communities.
That record, Ossoff says, is part of the reason he believes Harris is the best candidate to face off against former President Trump in the race for the White House. Now, Senator Ossoff was also asked repeatedly today who he thought would be a good running mate for Vice President Harris. He responded repeatedly by saying that he could not speculate, and that decision was up to the vice president. In Midtown, Karis Belger, 11 Alive News.